Good morning. Hopefully today we have good sound. Um, Good morning. Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me in my morning walk. Just got out of church, my morning routine, and taking in some fresh air. It's good to be good. It's good to be alive today. So happy Tuesday, right? There's a lot of good things going on. Need to be positive and focus on the good things. I personally am excited. I have a client that came in from Latin America, so we're looking at some new projects. I think we're gonna go check out Nomad again today. I think that project is still it's a winner because that Nomad has location, brand, and has Casa Tua on the first floor, so it has like a nice anchor, good attraction that should attract. We don't know will attract. Uh, will attract a lot of customers and to the area. So and it's also in Wynwood. So location, brand, and a good anchor to hold it together. So that should be great. I'm also excited. The book, that's been it's already been 1 month. The book was launched on August 15. The Miami's pre-construction blueprint. It's available on Amazon. So I'm seeing people are starting to move the book forward, etc. Right? So I mean, did a book presentation already. I've done 3 of them, and I have another one coming in tomorrow. Tomorrow should be tomorrow Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. I'll be at the Standard Sales Gallery in Brickell. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, it's great. It's a great opportunity to talk about the book. I really, really, I think the more I talk about the book and the more I go deep dive into it, and I see people's reaction to uh, understanding what's happening. It's an amazing read because this book is just if you live in Miami and you want to know what's happening to Miami because Miami's being transformed right in front of your eyes, this book will give you the fundamentals to understand what's happening because all you see is just cranes, new construction, old buildings being knocked down, people, you see a lot of movement of people. I see people moving from Brickell to Doral to Homestead, affordability. We're seeing whole things that are happening right in front of your eyes. So once you read the book, you would understand, and I give you the fundamentals why Miami's changing and where we're heading to, and I back it up with real facts. Also, if you're an investor, this is I think if you're an investor, this is going to open up your eyes to Miami's going through an opportunity. Like once I think one opportunity that presents itself uh, once in a while. For example, I really compare Miami to New York. And when I see New York, I mean Manhattan in the 1960s. Um, so Miami has the same conditions. We're built out. We have no we're no more, there's no more land. We have to one side we have the water, which is a park. Biscayne Park is a park, so we can't we can't be building islands on the water. To the other side, you got the Everglades, so we have no place to go vertical. So we're seeing the city starting to the high risers is becoming more common, and so we need the space. So as an investor, if you understand what's happening and how you're going to see, because you see every project that's coming out is even more expensive, because construction is getting even more expensive, materials and stuff. And the other thing is that we're also building with much better materials. So the buildings that we're building today have a different sustainability, right, than other. Let me say really quick, good morning. I have a couple of guys there there to give you the fundamentals. So if you're some what's happening in Miami, this will give you an insight of what's happening in Miami. If you are an investor, thinking of invest or into pre-construction, this is going to open up your eyes because you have an opportunity in front of you. That if you understand it, you will definitely going to want to jump on it, right? I also, if you're a realtor and the real estate business, I highly advise you read this book because this book will also walk you through the whole process. I do say, listen, um, pre-construction, and there's a big difference between pre-construction of houses, the Lennar type of house, that's in the suburbs, homestead and stuff like that, compared to what the buildings of towers, or condo buildings in pre-construction. There's a whole different dynamic. There's a whole different things that, if you as a realtor understand the dynamics and how does it work, you're gonna bring clarity to the process, and you're going to create confidence with your client. You're going to become an expert with your client, and you will make the whole transaction. Um, you would add value to the whole transaction and the process to your client. So it's very, very important. I walk through the whole process of how the faces, because there's a lot of things that are different in the construction world than a normal resale, right? Remember, you're buying into the future. Every project has a purpose. Every building, there's different types of condos for different purposes, right? So it's very important. For example, the common mistake that I see a lot of realtors do is to bring the wrong client to the wrong type of building. What do I mean by that is saying that if you have somebody who's looking for residential, who's planning to move to Miami, to live in Miami and work in Miami, and we try to push them to sell, or we take them to a building which has an Airbnb component that allows Airbnb, right? That's taking the wrong person, because the Airbnb units are designed by itself to be smaller units, less square feet, so you can have a lower HOA. And if it has an Airbnb component, it's automatically considered an investment property. So the financing, there's no, first of all, in pre-construction, every sale is a cash sale. You could look for finance, but when it comes to financing a product that's an Airbnb, it's going to fall into the investment category, like a second home. So that's going to affect, that's going to have a high interest rate. If you're looking for residentials, there'll be bigger units, more space, but they also come to the higher HOA. Remember, HOA is charged by square feet in the living area. They don't charge part of the balconies. So that's a common thing that I keep seeing in the market. But besides that, I see we're going full force. I think tomorrow is the sales office for 72 Carlisle, which is a building right behind 72 Park. I thank God I was blessed to do a great job with 72 Park. If you look at that little area, North Miami Beach, where 72 and Collins, that's whole being transformed. That's kind of one of the last pockets that we had, and you're seeing all these buildings coming in. So you saw 72 Park, now you're going to get 72 Carlisle right behind that. To the right, you're going to have Palm, and if you go to a little bit one block forward, you're going to go to 72 and Collins, which is another building that's being built there. The questions also people keep asking, right, is that, are we overbuilding? We're not overbuilding. We're just replacing older buildings for newer buildings. And these newer buildings also have more capacity, because we do have a housing problem. We do have a housing, shortage in Miami. Believe it or not, I mean, I know the news are very confusing, because we are seeing a lot of people with condos putting them for sale, and a lot of inventory with over 30 years, which nobody wants. They're going through all the process of certifications, and that's creating a lot of the problems for those buildings. A lot of those buildings will not probably make it through the certification, or it will get to the point that it's just easier for you to knock the building down and create something new. So you could also contribute to create more housing for a lot of these companies that are moving into Miami. We have a lot of corporations that started their process to move the headquarters to Miami. So in Miami now we have jobs and really good jobs. So that process, it takes time. Since they announce that they have to the offices, and then they have to start, And I've seen a lot of people that are relocating to Miami from different cities. They're having a hard time finding housing, and especially these people, there are different. I mean, these are really good paying jobs. These are really headquarters that are coming in. So a lot, but they're looking for the new. They're looking for better apartments, etc. So that need, that's where we see the biggest shortage. And where I like to break down the inventory A, which is 0 to 10 years. Inventory B will be anything that's years, and inventory C will be anything over 30 years. Right. So you see, so if you look at the news and the stats, you're going to see, oh, Miami's crashing. There's a lot of inventory. Yeah, but if you break it down to the inventory A, that's where you're going to see. That's where you can see pretty much uh, the big need and etc. Right. Also, we are coming off. I mean, we the slowest months right now, slow season. Starting after September, it picks up. So we're starting to see. You know, 80. I think hotels are 82% already. So we're going to start seeing Miami already. We have, and then we start picking up already. December, our Paso, the snowbird starts coming. So we're going to see Miami start picking up again. And then a lot of people on the sidelines because they're waiting. I think next week we have the meeting. See, the Feds are going to lower the interest rates. I think we are all expecting already. It's ridiculous that we have not lowered interest rates here in the United States. I think every other country in the world has already lowered interest rates. My past customer was from Italy. He was getting a loan in Italy for 2.5%. I don't think in the United States we're going to go back down to something, but I think we'll be in the fours and the fives. Once 5% loans will definitely stimulate the market. So there's people on the sidelines waiting for this to happen. I mean, if you're, it's completely understandable if you're an investor, if you're a buyer. I mean, at point it's a big difference, and if you have to wait, and we should, so I think we're going to start getting ready to kick off because the reality is this: it has been a little slower in transaction wise. It's been slower. The market has been slow, but prices keep going up. So and prices keep going up in the right inventory because you're going to see a lot of places like Zillow, a lot of pockets saying are going down. Yes. If you look at the older houses, exactly, older houses, older condos, you're going to see that they keep dropping the prices because they can't sell. There's no demand for that product. Even like older houses. And the reality is this: that if you are becoming a homeowner, really to try to remodel something and to upgrade something in Miami has gotten way, way, way uh, complicated due to I mean, obviously all these permits and regulations that are out there, they exist for a good reason for our safety. So that's very, very important. But we have to admit that we do have a shortage of workers in the construction field, right? So GCs are having a hard time keeping workers and insurance because of their illegals or etc. Right? So there's less workers. So those workers obviously are more demand, and more demand, they're asking for more money. So building right now, Miami is getting expensive, right? It becomes kind of a major headache. I'm personally in my house. I'm remodeling. I'm remodeling a room. I have the pleasure and the honor to live. My mother lives with me. She's an older woman, and it's a part of my, it's a pleasure for me and my family to take care of my mom and to actually share space. So I had to remodel some conditions for her to be more comfortable, etc. But it's been 2 months already. I think 3 months, getting into 3 months, which to actually remodel something is such a headache, and it's such a that it's major turnoff. That's why all these older houses are people want turnkey stuff, and a lot of these people that are moving too from other states. I mean, they're coming for the job, ready to work, so they're coming into our space, our city, right? And they want to integrate, and they don't want to deal with, they don't know they don't know how the constructions, they don't know GCs down here. They don't know a lot of the things that the timing with the permits. So really do not want to get into, and if they end up in that trap, you're going to hear that, you're going to see it. I mean, look, I live in Miami. I'm, I should know this, and I'm working, and the reality is that we have to understand that the remodeling process of any house or anything that you want to fix up, it is definitely more costly right now, more costly, right? It's going to take longer. The work field in that area, it's being, part of the process. It's being affected. So that's where we stand. But I don't want to take any more time. Tuesday walk. Let's make this a great day. I want to send you positive vibes. Remember, you got to be optimism. Think of good thoughts, positive thoughts. Whatever your thoughts become a reality. So be mindful of your thoughts. Right? Today is going to be a great day. I'm excited for today. I'm excited for my clients that I have out there. I'm sure I'm going to be able to close something pretty soon right now. So that to me is a good wave, and I think something's good is going your way. So having said that, have a great day. Oh, by the way, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you. It's growing. I see my videos are already, there's one video already hit like 22,000 people views, which I highly appreciate that. So I see the channel is getting traction. So appreciate that. So subscribe, right? Also give me comments so I could keep making videos. I just put up my last video, just came out, I think 2 days ago, and I go into and I talk about the contracts, right? I talk about the phases of kind of the contract. So it is interesting. So even if you go into my YouTube channel, right, Luxury Guillermo Teran, you will see in the YouTube channel there's a lot of videos that are very educational that will help you guide you through the challenges of pre-construction and understanding the pre-construction world. Having said that, have a great day. Uh, make today a great day. Good things are coming to you.